Good afternoon. It's Saturday, and this is Barbara, the East Coast Dragon Lady. I'm coming to you with just a few things about this week and a weekly message. This week has been sort of really up and down. The weather has been absolutely crazy. We went from like literally snowflakes to 2 days later we were hit with 80-degree weather. Then it went back to being cold. Then we're on the third day now of it now being record high temperatures. So I think we were in the top 70s yesterday. Today's down to 52. So we're doing these 20-degree swings, which, as I said, the weather's drunk and it needs to go home. It's like you don't know, like makes your body feel like up and down. On Tuesday, we did we had a group of people where we did card readings and healing and energy, and we had a really good time, very interesting. For me, what came out of it was I was drawn to Atlantis, and I was pulled to Diana Cooper's Oracle deck on Atlantis, and then it was Tuesday. Thursday was Halloween. And if you remember a couple of videos ago, or certainly last week or the week before, I mentioned that I've never really liked Halloween. Not just when I lived in this country. In England, Halloween wasn't really celebrated that much when I lived there. I think it is now. But since I've lived here and I've had kids, it's always bothered me. And I never really understood. Like, I just thought, even when my kids got a bit older, we would go out for the evening rather than stay home. They were always worried we were going to get our house egged. But yeah, I just never felt it. And then, I realized I have a connection with Atlantis, like a lot of us do. And then my friend, and I'm not quite sure how to say her name, but Jar, who's actually going to be my guest in a couple of weeks, and I'm sure we'll talk about this, posted about Atlantis. And if you didn't see it, I'm just going to read it to you. So it says, she'd reposted and said, and I'd put, I didn't know this, but I have been guided to the Atlantis deck this week. To all my Atlantean brothers and sisters, the last day of Atlantis, our transition from October to November, is the anniversary of Atlantis' destruction. Even though now, in modern times, these days have turned into a different translation, this is the original reason. October 31st, or Hallows Eve, the day before the destruction of Atlantis. November 1st is All Souls Day, the day of destruction of Atlantis. November 2nd is All Saints Day, the day after the destruction of Atlantis. This is the original reason for these holy days in remembrance of Atlantis, and that was from Bashar. So that was a channeled message from Bashar. Halloween always made me kind of sad. I always felt strange and disconnected from this day. Sometimes I participated just to fit in. I have seen my last days in Atlantis and healed this trauma. This is another piece of the puzzle of Shah for me. For those of you who do celebrate, happy Halloween. I choose to honor the day in quiet stillness, love and light to you all. So I just got body chills on that. So that literally made me go, that is why. So I have the rest of this week. So Atlantis came to me. So literally the card said, you need to use this deck. And we've had some fabulous cards. So the one for this week is telepathy. And this is what Diana Cooper's card says, telepathy. In the Golden Atlantis, people spoke very little because they had strong telepathic skills and could communicate clearly over long distances. Because they could readily read each other's minds, they kept their thoughts pure and constructive, and only transmitted positive messages or images. The teacher, priests, taught the children telepathically, and crystals were programmed by thoughts that they were projected into them. So the generator crystal is something that I have always been very attracted to, and that came up the other day. That, if you go back a couple of days on my Facebook posting, it was there. I might actually be able to find it here. And about pure communication. Notice how telepathically receptive you are. Your guidance is to clear your mind and become receptive to the message of your guides and angels, as well as to the thoughts of other people. That can either be fun or dangerous, right? Someone is trying to transmit something important to you. You are also called to project telepathic messages of hope, love, and inspiration to others. Clear your mind to transmit and receive messages. I just think how cool that would be. I'm sure I am waking up to more memories of Atlantis, especially, I think, because the veil was thin in All Hallows. I've certainly those of us that channel, I'm talking to a lot of you who channel, we're using those same skills, we're using that same part of our brain to pick up what is being transmitted to us. So when we channel, we're a beacon, and that's what we're picking up. So I think that is awesome. But now I'm thinking, my dragons have been very chatty. They certainly have been happy that they're coming up to about a year, I think. I started the end of last year channeling their messages. And as you know, I've had the Icelandic dragons recently. I am expecting I'm going to be taking a 3-day intensive class starting actually Friday and Saturday, and then the following Friday. And I'm sure that I will be connecting with more of whatever it is. I'm going to be doing Akashic record reading and dragon medicine with Kaskar from the UK. So stay tuned for more about that. I think I've said this many times when I talk about my path. When something speaks to me, I usually just jump on it. And this one, see, this is what my cards were doing last time. I keep jumping out. So this is the brother dragon. So he showed up quite a bit this week. It's really about being fearless and brave. So it's part of the divine masculine. But I think this card in particular is reminding us to be fearless and brave. Mother Dragon is on the bottom of the deck. So that's bringing the love of a mother. So it feels like a family theme again. Oh yeah, before I even look, there's the Sun Dragon and the Sun Dragon. So I've got brother, mother, mother is from divine feminine, and the sun is the divine masculine. And these are the new divine masculine. A lot of the younger souls, or the younger children that are being born now, the males in particular, are much softer divine masculine. I'm hearing almost androgynous like, not that they are androgynous, but there's more balance. That's what they're saying to me. They're saying they're more balanced, that they're male and they're female, and they often don't, and we see this with teenagers as well, who don't feel that they're either. And in a society where we feel like we have to label people, we sort of make them choose. But I think if a lot of them could just say, I don't feel either, or I feel both. Interesting that I should get that. And it's all the cards went flying again. So I don't think it's about me being clumsy. I think it was what I was talking about. So let's just have a look at what jumped out. Merlin did, of course. So Merlin has to be her. So Merlin, I think Merlin again. Yeah, so Merlin is here. So they're the two Merlin cards. the Stargazer, Ancient Oracle, Merlin. Oh, so I think Merlin has a message for us, so hang on. And, oh, Earth to ground us. So this is the card that has the same colour on the back. Not all of them do. This was, again, at the request of the dragons. So this is the Earth Dragon, which I think with all this intense energy, I also keep getting messages around the 11/11 portal as we hit the beginning of November. We're on about 10 days, 9 or 10 days now. That portal is going to, before, about 2 or 3 days beforehand, like when we had the eclipse, there's also solar flares being thrown off. So those of us, I'm one of them now, that is affected by those solar flares. I'm feeling like we've got to hang on. It's going to be like I'm feeling like we're on a boat or on a ship, and I don't do well. So I'm going to have to put my stabilizers out because motion sickness and me are not good. I think I shared a while back that I went and was taken very fast into the future, and I got travel sickness by doing that, going fast and coming back very. So the Stargazer Dragon, setting your sights as high as possible. The Ancient Oracle, important information. This comes up a lot. Important information is coming. So I think we're also a week off our elections here in the USA. So yes, there's a lot of important information coming. I think we do need to hold on to our hats. That's the British in me. Whoever's given me the message, I think it's Merlin, is going, hold on to your hats, right? Hold on. I had a grandmother that used to hold the top of her head when anything like either exciting or when she was like overwhelmed, she would sort of put her hand on her head. So I'm sure often we don't realize it, we're protecting our crown chakra. So, and then there are some people that can't bear anything on their heads, right? One of my sons used to, when he was a little boy, hated anything on the top of his head. Now I can't get a baseball cap off him, but So Merlin, so 3 of the 4 Merlin, all right, and he has been appearing to me, or who's been sitting in. So there's Merlin the Dragon, contemplate. Merlin the Dragon, listen. So he often gives us those messages. And then Merlin the Dragon, connect. So I'm going to leave those there a minute. And I wanted, and again, another deck that I was drawn to this week that I haven't used for a long time is Star Dragons. If you've seen this, there's a lot of oracle decks out there. There's also a lot of people publishing books, I've noticed. Oh, legacy. So this is about persistence. So we've got persistence. So just keep moving forward, be persistent. Giving yourself a second chance, rebirth. I did hear that. I was listening to somebody, I'm a Pisces, on what, and there was a lot in there about that, about giving ourselves a second chance. And what's this one? Burning with passion. So that would be the fire dragons, right? Burning with passion. So still not getting a lot from Merlin. So let me just, I can't ignore him when Merlin shows up. So I think he's waiting for me to connect with him rather than him just connecting with me, because sometimes he's usually over my right shoulder. So I'm seeing him now, and he's doing, so I see Merlin as a short man, very long grey, very, very long grey pointed beard. He always has his wizard's hat. Today I see it as green, very tall pointed green hat with stars and moons on it. When I see him, and I've seen him over the years, he always has a staff, which is wood that he's carved, very tall. He's sitting down and he's saying that he's tired, he's weary, he's tired. He says, well, I'm not young, you know, I've been, he often says, so yeah, so he's saying, well, I'm as old as dirt, I'm as old as the universe, I've been here, I was here even, I've been around before even Earth was born. He's reminding me again that I was with him in that times. We're ancient, we're elders. I've been his scribe. He loves telling this story. I've been his scribe many times. I was his scribe. I was his dragon. He was my dragon. We've been on many journeys together. That I have much wisdom. I'm waking up to my wisdom. I'm waking up to my ancient self. I'm waking up. And he's saying, you're waking up. And as I wake up, other people are waking up. We're waking up to remember who we are, not just because the veil was thin. We're waking up because we had choices. We chose to come to Earth at this time, and all the people that are here now, we're here by choice, and it was to bring our gifts, whether it was healing, astronomy, music, art, light language, and I'm being given some light language that he's saying is really important, that we have connected over many years, many years, with light language, that it comes in on light, it comes in from very, very high up. It has light, it has sound, it has movement. He's saying that my voice has been cleared. So there's clearing, that a lot of people are now able to speak in light language, to bring in the love, to bring in the light, to bring in hope and happiness and love. He says it's very important to listen. This is why this card has come up. To sit in quiet contemplation, to sit quietly in contemplation, because only then will we be able to hear our true selves, and we can connect with our higher selves, we can connect with higher realms. But he's saying that now is important. Now is the time. That's why he is showing up, why he is bringing in more dragons. The dragons are coming, more dragons are coming for me to connect to, he's telling me, that these are going to be important. So he's showing me stars. He's saying, oh, the star beings. All right, so there's going to be a huge group of star beings that are collectives, that I will also see them, I will hear them, but these are star beings that have been traveling for a very long time. They are able to jump. He's showing me jump planets, planet to planet to planet, to galaxies. So they come from a galaxy, they jump galaxies, they go down black holes, and they're coming. And they're coming to support us here on Earth. And I'm not... so he's just saying that they're needed. That they're going to be needed in the upcoming months. And that they are bringing everything that we need. We, humans here on Earth, they are worried, and they have foreseen this time on Mother Earth. It's been foretold and foreseen, and he's just saying, be prepared, prepare yourselves. We need to be spiritually prepared for what comes in next. They're showing me into the new year. So was not expecting that, but that's Merlin. All right, so that's the message from Merlin. What else do I have to tell you? So I've told you I'm doing my, so I've done those cards. Those, yeah, I'm feeling like we need another card. That was a bit heavy. So let me see. I know when Merlin like shows up like that, he's usually got something that he needs to tell me, or that we need to hear. So if you connect with Merlin, connect with him. Oh, look, and the grandmother. So this is about us families. I'm really feeling that this is about, I'm hearing, know where your family is. Know where your loved ones are. Keep a strong connection, strong communication. Keep connected. And there's the Stargate Dragon. So they're definitely star beings. Daughter Dragon. So yeah, this is the divine feminine, the divine masculine. And Atlantis again. Yeah, it's all there. So remember, all right, I've got too many people talking now. So Merlin's saying, what are you saying? What do I need to tell people? To keep your families close and know where they are. Don't know what that means, but I'm giving you the message, right? So, so yeah, it's Saturday. I've done my normal Saturday. Oh, here in the USA, we fall back, we gain an hour. I never know whether that's good or not. Sometimes it's great to have that extra hour. It has got so dark, like, you know, it's 5:30, 6 o'clock. It's dark, so it would be nice to have a few extra hours of sunlight eventually. It takes time. Every year we think that we're going to stop changing the clocks because it, you know, we don't all do it at the same time. There are several states in the USA that don't change at all, which I think is a great thing. I think we would all love that if it didn't happen. But just stick it so that we have more light, daylight, because it does affect people. I'm sure there was other things I was going to say, but I think that's it. I wasn't expecting to get all those messages from Merlin. So I will probably jump on tomorrow because it seems like there's always something I need to tell you on Sunday, or just to do another reading. If you're interested in getting a reading from me, I am going to be I'm going to spend the next November and December planning out next year. I have two. That's what I'm going to tell you. I've got 2 upcoming Dragon hours this month. One is a redo because Sandy couldn't make the last time. So on the day after Thanksgiving, which is the 29th, Sandy from Canada, or the Sandini, she will come and I'm sure we will have a fact. Whenever we talk about it, the hour goes by really fast. So she'll tell us what she's doing with dragons, and how life she actually is up in the part of Canada that had a lot of wildfires, and one of the towns that I believe she was originally from, I'm sure she'll talk about that, was destroyed in the fire. So a lot of loss, and that's always sad. So there's her, and then on the 14th, Thursday the 14th, at 7 o'clock, my friend from Florida who talks to dolphins and also is an Atlantean, so a fellow Atlantean, and I got V's, I used to call her Vi, but she's V, so it's J-A-I. So she will be with me on Thursday, and I'm sure we'll have a fabulous conversation. not only about Atlantis, but about dragons and all the good stuff she's doing down in Florida with all those beautiful animals. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to Sandy. And then I just booked Galactic Ashley for December, and I've just booked my January guest, who's somebody else from the UK. So when I do my guests from the UK, I do them on Sunday afternoon, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard EST. So if you're interested in being a guest, even if you just want to talk about dragons, I'm open to whatever. But as I come across people, or I'm interested in their work, or you've been on Dragon Thunder and you'd like to be on my podcast, please feel free to email me. You can find me at eastcoastdragonlady@gmail.com. My website is www.eastcoastdragonlady.com. I am going to be offering oracle card readings. If you're interested, drop me an email and we can talk about what you want. Usually 30 minutes. We can talk prices. I'm still playing around with what I'm doing with the Dragon Empowerment Reiki. I'm feeling I should be offering at least level 1 and 2, maybe a couple of times a year. But I'm going to play around with that. And then whatever comes of my Akashic record reading, I think I'm going to streamline next year, not offer like too much. I will keep my podcasts. Thank you, those of you that have joined my YouTube channel. It seems like that's where a lot of people go. I've certainly been spending a lot of time on YouTube and getting to know other people on YouTube. Not so much on the other platforms, but YouTube, I seem to be able to manage the technology on YouTube, if I'm honest. So I think that's it for today. So have a good rest of the weekend. I will jump on tomorrow. I may be a bit discombobulated if the clocks have gone back. So I could be earlier, I could be later, who knows? It always throws us off, right? It's a bit like when I travel to England, either when I get there or when I come back, there's always that time. I don't do well with time travel. So it's my body like stays there and then the rest of me comes back. So I have to work on that. But in the meantime, have a good weekend and I'll catch you soon.